How many times do you set a goal like losing weight or improve your golf game or budget better so you have more money at the end of the month, and then you don't do the things you need to do to accomplish that goal? We're going to talk about that today. Self-sabotage. Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, my name is Jamie J. Miller, functional health expert, and welcome to my channel, Aging with Impact, where I help people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s age with impact. Now, when you hear that, don't necessarily think age or looking younger. I want to help you do the things you want to do well into your 60s, 70s, and 80s. And in order to do that, you have to have the health and the mindset. And that's what this channel is all about. As I'm out living in the world and meeting people, each and every time that I meet people, and either A, they already know that I'm health and wellness expert, or it comes up in conversation, it always boils down to them saying something along the lines that I know I need to work out more and eat better. Always. And a lot of times they'll tell me their goals, what they really want, or why they're struggling to get to where they want. And many times I will, if they're willing to have the conversation, I'll look at them and go, why do you think that you're not doing X, Y, Z to get to this goal? We'll call it ABC. And they think, they sit there and say, oh, I just haven't made time. And I just, I need to go to the grocery store, or I need to drink more water, or I need to do. That's how, 9 times out of 10, they need to do something different than they're already doing, but to get the result that they've always been wanting. Oftentimes, what I try to do is bring out to them is this is the definition of self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is doing things that go against the very thing that you desire. If you have a goal of ABC, but you are not doing XYZ, but doing something that goes against ABC, are you confused now? Then that is what we call self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is at the root of every person and the way that the brain works. You see, when you were born, you began to cultivate a hard wiring in your brain from the things that your parents taught you or whoever raised you, from the things that you learned in school, the things you learned in church, the things that you watched on TV, to the music that you listened to the books that you read, which you didn't really do a whole lot of that up to the age of 7, but whatever. Everything in your environment infiltrated your brain and built this belief system. It is hardwired in you, and it is called your subconscious. On top of that, your brain's natural tendency, its first and primary role, is to keep you safe. So now you have this belief system that was cultivated without you even knowing it at a time where you had absolutely no control. And you have a brain that's like, nope, we're going to stay in our safe zone. I'm going to keep you nice and cozy. But you have this goal, which we've already said is ABC, that you want. And in order to get to this goal, you have to get really uncomfortable, and you have to go against your natural hardwired belief system. Most of that belief system was built on other belief system, parents and people that fed into you, that were limiting in themselves. So you have built a limited belief system with a brain that wants you to stay safe. But yet, in order to have ABC, you have got to get uncomfortable and recognize the limiting belief system and change it. That's it. That's what you have to do. It isn't go to the gym more. It isn't, you do, but there's a reason why you're not. And to focusing on why am I not doing the things that I do is the aha moment right now. Why am I not doing the things that I need to do to get to the goal that I want to get to? That, my friend, is recognizing self-sabotage and doing something about it. And we're going to talk about how to do that right now. So, point number 1, when you're dealing with self-sabotage, you have to recognize where the limiting beliefs are. So the first point is recognize. In order to do that, you have to start focusing. You have to start paying attention to your dialogue. You have to start taking every thought captive. You have to start seeing that, oh, when I experience this, my mind automatically goes to the negative. What's the limiting side of whatever we're talking about? Let's use getting older, for example. You're going to hear me talk about this a lot. Just yesterday, two people that I ran into literally used the statement, unrelated people, getting old sucks. Getting old sucks. I hear this all the time. Getting old sucks. But does it really though? What a privilege it is to grow old, to gain wisdom, to be more comfortable in your skin, to have a little bit more financial stability, to experience deeper relationships because you're mature enough to handle that, to not have to worry about the petty things that you worried about in your 20s and 30s, and Lord help us, our teens. How awesome is that? And if we just flip the script a little bit because we recognize the limiting belief, you can start focusing on the positive aspects of growing old and then how you can make that even better. Can I get involved in better health practices? What can I do to make myself feel more vibrant and have more purpose? Where can I expand my knowledge? Where can I grow and evolve? Because growing old is freaking amazing. And I am so thankful for the opportunity to be able to do that because some people don't get that opportunity. Just recognize each and every thought that is limiting you. I'll always struggle with my teenager. Parenting is hard. I heard this one the other day. Parenting is not hard. Parenting is a privilege. Parenting is an evolutionary process. Parenting is a joy. Parenting is an opportunity. Are you hearing me? It's holding that thought captive and flipping the script. Taking that limiting belief and flipping in something that can take you forward, progress you, to evolve you into something better instead of holding you back. So that's the first thing that you want to do is recognize where your limiting beliefs are. And you have to focus. And that brings me to my second point. You got to be relentless about it. Like, hold on, sister. Let's move. Let's do this. Don't stop. Don't make excuses. Keep holding the thought captive every single time you have it. Because guess what? You can write on a sticky note one time and post it on the wall, but never look at that statement again, and it will not infiltrate into your body, your subconscious, and change your evolutionary process. We're talking about being relentless with recognizing where you are limiting. In every situation, you have a reaction, and that reaction is either holding you back or pushing you forward. So you're relentlessly flipping the script, taking the thought captive, and being very relentless about doing it. Holding yourself accountable and also setting yourself up to be around people or consuming information or consuming things in your environment that help you do this as well. If you are constantly around somebody who is just feeding toxicity and drama into you, it will be very difficult for you to hold thoughts captive and to fight against a very deep internal hardwiring that wants to keep you safe. It wants to keep you in your familiar zone. Because remember, if you really want A, B, and C, it is not in your comfort zone. Because if it was in your comfort zone, we would already have it. There would be no need to want it. So number one is to recognize. Number two is to be stupid relentless about continuing to recognize, but then protecting yourself from negativity, toxicity, drama, or anything that can pull you back in your familiar zone. And third is my favorite. Repeat. Do it again. Do it again. Fall down, get back up. Fall down, get back up. Hit the ball again. Hit the freaking ball again. Do it again. Repeat it again. Write it down. Say it out loud. Tell somebody about it. Do it again. This is not my thought. I am excited to grow old. I am excited to learn how to have more money at the end of the month. I am so jazzed about going to the gym and walking on the treadmill. I am so thankful that I can go through this day without eating crappy food. I am putting myself in a position, following people, learning ways to evolve my body in a healthy way, and it is exciting. I am so thankful for this process. I am so thankful for this process to grow old and to get wiser and to get better and get grittier and get more comfortable in my skin and be able to leave some of the foolishness behind. Thank you for this opportunity. Be grateful for it. Flip the script. I'm going to leave you with this one thought. One of the hardest times in my life to flip the script just happened to me recently. And we're just now coming on that 1-year anniversary. Even still, I have to really work on holding my thoughts captive with this. But a year ago, when I lost my brother, the person on this earth that is as closest to my DNA as possible, with the exception of my mom, I lost my person. I had never experienced that level of grief before. And when I say that this process took months, I want you to hear me. I want you to understand that I did not immediately flip the script. I did not immediately hold it captive and turn it around. I struggled with it for months. And this was after many, many years of working on mindset and coaching others to do the same. But again, I had never experienced this level of grief or trauma. And it took months, to the point where I finally would be able to say, instead of, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this here on earth without this person. I don't know how to do this. I don't like this. I don't want to do this. And I couldn't change the fact that he was gone. So those beliefs were not going to help me evolve. And they were stealing away joy from myself, my mind, my body. They were valid feelings and emotions. Once I reached the point where I was like, okay, how can I feel this, but then still go ahead and feel joyous moments with my family and enjoy life? That was my next step. I was always recognizing that the beliefs were limited. I felt them. I knew them. I didn't judge myself for them, but I recognized that they were limiting. And slowly but surely, I began to shift, and to the point where I could begin to flip the script. And now I wake up and I thank God every day that I had the opportunity to be loved by somebody at that level. My brother thought that I was the shiz. And I knew that. He loved me so deeply, and that's what contributes to a deep grief. And now I'm thankful that I get to experience that grief because I have known the love required to feel it. The relationship and the connection, I have experienced that. And so now I begin to flip the script and be very thankful for the opportunity that I did have and what it taught me and how it has helped me with my 2 daughters and how they treat each other and how to teach them to be grateful for that and to build that connection because I had that experience. I am also thankful that it helps me help my clients that have also dealt with similar experiences. I have now begun to flip that script, and because of that, I'm evolving into something that I know that he would be even more proud of. This has changed my life at the cellular level because that deep grief was destroying me, it was destroying my health, and it was destroying my family. I want you to know that changing your mindset is huge, and it first comes from recognizing your limiting beliefs and the self-sabotage that goes along with it, taking every thought captive. Number 2, being relentless about protecting it. And then number 3, repeat. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Get back up because that's what we are here to do. Now, I want you to know I dropped my Mindset Reset program. I dropped it today. This program literally walks you through how to change your mindset in 2 to 5 minutes in the morning and 2 to 5 minutes in the evening. It is a completely audible experience. You will not see my face other than a few pictures. It is all about hearing my voice and walking through it in a way where you begin to experience using your own 5 senses and how to change your mindset and what is required to calibrate your body in order to do that. This is some really fundamental, very fundamental, will not take a whole lot of time, doesn't take a whole lot of time to learn it, dang sure doesn't take a whole lot of time to practice program that will be a game changer on every big thing that you want to do for the rest of your life. And in your 40s or 50s or 60s, we got massive things to accomplish. We are going to be the world changers. I want you to step into that. So the Mindset Reset dropped today. The link is below. If you want to get into that, it's only $22 for this week alone. And then the price goes up to each week for till the end of May. And then it will go back to its normal price. $22. If that triggers something in you, first of all, then you really need to do some mindset work. But if I came to you right now and said, oh, give me $22 and I'm going to give you this pill that's going to help you lose all this weight, but it's going to have these really negative side effects, you drop those $22 just like that. That's where your self-sabotage. That's where your mindset is skewed. This $22, or even if you ended up purchasing it at full price, will literally change the rest of your life and your evolutionary experience on this earth with no negative side effects. Not one. Not if you went through half the program. 2 to 5 minutes in the morning, 2 to 5 minutes in the evening, all audio experience. Check it out below. I'll also put the link down below for my email list because that is going to be how we communicate, how I conversate with you. And lastly, follow me on Instagram for the month of May for sure, because I'm going to be doing Flip the Script episodes on there live throughout the month of May, and you can check those out as well. All that information will be down below. I'm so excited to do this with you. Let's go. Y'all, look at this hair. Can you even take me seriously? You too can have hair like this if you follow my YouTube channel. That's not true.